Move this chair around here. There we go. Here we go. Let me close that out. It's Mr. Jacob called. Not too sure how many people are going to pop on, but I was just going to start opening stuff in one big stream, but I'm going to break up my monotony today just so everybody's tracking because I got stuff to take pictures of in the store, and I'm telling you, that stuff beats you down if you're doing it for a while. So I'm going to be like, right now, we'll open up Chronicles football. I'll come back at 5. We'll do Absolute. And trust me, I got a whole lot of series too. Yeah, 2 hobby and 16 hanger packs. Lots of it. And, Jack, this is no lie. I don't know if you were on yesterday when I said this. So, SGC logged in my stuff back in May, right? End of May. PSA 30 day logged in June 3rd and June 5th are now in QA check number 1. Oh, what's up every day? I'm hustling. Brian, Adam. Oh, yeah, I figured I'd come live at different times today. It's on the YouTube little, or YouTube, the Facebook group for just the YouTube channels, just so I could break up my monotony today of listing stuff in the store and getting stuff together. I did get 2 nice cards in today from ABCs. They're going out to get great. Zion and a pink camo LeBron, which comes back PSA 10's $150 roughly. So, what's up, CBC? Yes, they are making up the time, big time, big time. I'm trying to figure out where I put my little knife at because I was over here opening boxes up all morning. But yeah, Walmart sent me these. They canceled my order, and then they sent me 16 boxes, and I called them, and they're like, "Oh no, sir, we still have money pending on your account." So I guess as they get them in, they're sending them out. So I had 5 different boxes come in. One had 8. Then I think I had a 1 boxer, a two boxers, and like a 3 boxer. It was weird, really weird. I didn't know what was coming in. It said I had 5 boxes coming in FedEx today. I've heard this Chronicles football is fire. I don't know. I was going to open up soccer, but it's getting so much for the box, I'm just going to sell it, and it basically will end up, uh, paying for a lot of the stuff that I'm opening up today. So let's take a look at Chronicles draft picks. As I always say, doing 1 boxers, I never really count on much, but it gives me stuff to load the store up with. Oh, there's some fatties in there. Oh, I bet you they're gonna have. Oh, check it out. It's kind of cool on top. I'm gonna scroll down here. So yeah, in between stuff, I'm gonna be getting stuff in the store today or doing pictures and stuff just to knock it out. Yeah, I break mine up because I'm more. Oh, I see a 2 on the back. Oh yes, we know that's not going to be an auto. Alrighty here. Javon Leak, rookie from playoff. There's a Joe Burrow. Ho ho, yeah. Prestige rookie. Is that on the card or is that like part of? No, I don't know. Let me grab out the old magnifier because I think that's part of. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at these online. Look at that right there on the. Come on. No, I think that's part of the uniform. That's somebody's shoe or part of an arm. It looks like it's like a white indentation if I can get it up here. Well, come on. Crazy camera. There we go. No, it's not a chip. But I do see some fuzzies on it, so we're going to wipe her down. Is it? That's what I thought. I was looking at it. It didn't look like it had anything onto it. Man, already starting on the burrow. And I see the 2 on the back. Chris, you might be right here. Yeah, Chris is like, this stuff's fire. And I'm like, we'll see. Well, we got a Hamler. Elite Hamler rookie. XR. Oh, we got Michael Pittman Jr. out 25 from Crown Royale. That's one of our hits out of 5. Or out of 3. Oh, nice. You got the same one, huh? Donovan Peoples-Jones Select. Well, we got 2 on the back here, but I guess these aren't going to say premier levels and stuff on it, are they? And then a Tua from Phoenix. Amazingly, I remember half of these products because I had to buy them when they were singled out before they started putting them all in the Chronicles. Basically, Tua will not gem because of the red border foil. I don't know. They all look like the same to me almost. Going down. Look at this one. Yeah, definitely gives some stuff for the store. Like Henry Ruggs, the third. Big popularity on this dude. The only thing that's going to really hurt this is that I got to sit there and list these out. And I just can't copy and paste because it's all different cards. I'll just put that there for now. Courtney Davis from Certified. There's a Michael Pittman Jr. Elite. Oh, there's another Tua. Wow. O'Grady. Tua Chronicles. See, stuff like this here, I would actually send to SGC because I just don't think the value's there in PSA. I got so many top loading things out today. I don't have any Chronicles basketball this year, guys. None. They didn't give me any. Just so everybody's tracking. We got KG Hill, rookie from Crown Royal. I mean, some of this stuff I just put in the store cheaply just because I know some people are real big into the college stuff. And that was my kind of my plan today was just to do this, come back around 5-ish, I think is the next one for Absolute Baseball. Haven't really seen that one yet. Duvernay Select. Antonio Candy Golden, that's Phoenix. Some of these were numbered, but it's been a while since I looked at. That's a tight pack. We're going to leave the tight pack for last. Maybe we'll pull like a Super 101 out of this. That'd be something today. There we go. Jacob Eason. Rated rookie from Don Russ. I have to think how I gotta label these because they're all draft, but yet they're all different types of cards. Alright, so these are going this way. Brian Edwards is going to be from playoff once it focuses back in. McFarland is prestige. Jalen Hurts actually has been picking up some steam. XR rookie. I think I'm going to list him as Chronicles draft and put in parentheses what it's from. Kind of like subsetting it. A lot of people don't like him in college. I'm like you, but some people like go crazy over college stuff. So I got a box just to see what would happen. Wow, there we go. Crown Royal Joe Burrow. Man, if that would only been numbered. These are the hardest things to grade. And they're also hard to get in sleeves. But that would look nice in an SGC thing, to be honest. I like all the top series too. I'm going hunting with that. Lamb and Mr. Pickney. I am at 5. That's a real tight pack too. Yeah, 5 o'clock I'm doing that. That way it gives me time to list stuff in the store and it breaks out like the huge monotony of doing pictures, cropping them, and placing them in there today. Swift. Akers. Gandy Golden. Isaiah Hodgkins. Oh, we got another auto now coming. KJ Hamler. James Morgan. 2 Crown Royal hits. Some stuff will go direct to eBay just because I know the pricing is going to go weird on this stuff. Did I just pull this out of the fat ones? I did. Wow, what's wrong with me today? No, I know there's CJ Henderson's in the store, though. Antonio Gibson, Zach Moss. Oops. There's a Spectra. We'll put whatever the hit pack is back down last. This is the hit. I think it was just 3. Let me look. Yeah, find 3 autographs. So this one here has to have a dummy card. Wow, another Tua. Wow. Wow, Tua's. They give me an extra hit, maybe? No, that's an auto in there. I think I got an extra hit. All right, we'll just start with this one. Another Tua, Chronicles, same one as before. These would just be cool things that they gem out with SGC to put in some of the packs later on. Like the 2-hit Packers. Not even going to try to say that name. KJ Hill. There's a Jake Fromm. Certified rookie. And you guys see, I always keep my cloth next to me when I'm doing these. There's no point of putting lidded cards into a sleeve in a top loader. You wouldn't believe the particle dust that's on these. A lot of people just don't really notice it. Here's 1 out of 10. Keshawn Bond, Crown Royal. Now I see why everybody was wanting this stuff this year. Oh, what we got? Mr. Henry Ruggs is going to be a rookie silhouette out of 199. He might be a 130-ish. Let's see here. What's this up here? That'd be cool if that was the rookie auto silhouettes. The premiums are like crazy looking. Oh, we got another Tua. Select this time. It'll focus. There we go. Tua. Weird part is I don't see many lines on these in the back like Select had before. The chase packs are going to be fun. I figure like if I get like a a PSA card in there that's really nice and it's one of them ones you'd want to basically hold for a while. You can always throw an SGC card in there. I probably should have put my Tuas all into top loaders over there. I should have just been putting them in these save card savers. Jalen Hurts again. Phoenix. Let me wipe these down, man. There's so much like crap on these. Always have to preserve the card before they go in. It's going out to get graded, Chris. Tuas and Burrows are all be graded. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Tuas and 2 Burrows so far. Pretty crazy. Lamb, KJ Hill. Nice. James Morgan, we got his auto. I just don't know who he drafted him and who he plays for because it doesn't say anything on there. Edwards. Brian something out of 99 quarterback. Michigan State. I don't think I have 180s near me. 100s, 59s, 108s. What are these behind here? I don't think it'll fit in this. Oh, don't fall, guys. Don't fall. You know what? Actually, they're back here. Let me look. Yeah, it will fit. Not bad. Another Jacob Eason. That's optic. Spectre hasn't gotten low since 2015 when everybody was going crazy over it when it was Winston and Mariota. Wish I'd have kept my Brady from then I had. It was 2 out of 10 of the sick patch. Perrine, Spectre rookie. Alright, these are just like flip flopping around. So, really not bad for a box. Jacob Eason, Optic rookie. Jalen Hurts, Phoenix. Henry Ruggs, the third, rookie silhouette, non auto out of 199. This Keshawn Vaughn, gold out of 10 from Crown Royal. Jake Fromm is certified, rookie. Jalen Hurts, XR rookie. Jacob Eason, Don Russ. KJ Hill, rookie. Crown Royal. Henry Ruggs, Chronicles. Without knocking anything over. The Pittman's out of 25, while James Morgan is just a regular auto. Spectra out of 99, Brian Luricki. I don't know if how you say his name. And I'm going to replace these and go out and get graded. But there's a Tua from, well, actually, this one I don't think will gem because of the bottom foil. So I'll probably just list it low in the store. Burrow from Prestige will go out and get graded. Tua Select. Two Tuas from Chronicles. Burrow, Crown Royal. And then, like I said, that Burrow wasn't bad at all. Was not bad at all. Guess I can put my magnifier back where it belongs. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of impressed by it. I know it's really limited this year, what they made of it. Although I did hear there's supposed to be retail of this stuff. I have not seen it. No idea. I've stopped hunting the retail. Yeah, I mean, some cool stuff for SGC. I mean, even though they're way behind, but, basically it'll be stuff for down the road that I can stick into some of the stream packs so we make them up, you know. But yeah, not too bad of stuff. I'm kind of curious for this absolute baseball later on. This will be at 5. I'll come live. But 4 autographs and 2 memorabilia per box. Doesn't really show you much more onto it. There's only 2 packs per box and 10 cards per pack, so 20 cards. Be a quick rip. Oh, it looks like I have a little shipping to do today. Last guy for my auctions last night just paid. It's too late to get it out today. I already had pickup. They will have to wait till Marvelous Monday. Yeah, not too bad of stuff. And I mean, I really think that eventually, once all the companies get caught up with grading, and I'm able to do more with submitting on to stuff, it'll be well worth it down the road. It's just getting there off. Yeah, if you want to. I mean, CBC would be your biggest person onto that stuff because he does a lot of the in-person stuff. I don't really follow much of what the prices go on that stuff, to be honest. I just remember a lot of people had these Vlad autos that were in-person autographed, and I remember, I think they were trying to get back in the day. They were like $100, 150, something like that. I mean, it's always good if you're going to get stuff certified to make sure it was true. I mean, it should be true since you got them in person, but I've seen a lot of people, though, recently talking about they got stuff done in person that were never ever certified. I don't know if it's just because people are, when they're getting them signed and stuff, if guys are just in a hurry scribbling names or what. I'd probably get Boggs, Swanson, Brooks Robinson, those three at least. I don't know how many people really go after Bardo Colon. Will Clark, unless you were through his error, I mean, he hasn't really signed much at all. Dawson, right collector. Hornig, I would because he died in January. Eli Manning just retired. He'll get in a Hall of Fame. Not too sure about Fultz or Lilly, to be honest. I mean, if they're just for your own collection, you just want them certified, then I'd do it. If you're looking on reselling them and trying to make some money, I don't know if like Cologne and Will Clark would sell much. Just some Tuas and Burrows. No autos or anything crazy. About 5 cards I'll send out to SGC eventually. I'm going to wait till they really start catching up because waiting 40 days on a 20-day and wanting the money up front's a little bit unheard of. Honestly, I don't even know who the Bills got this year, Void. I have no idea who they even drafted. Because these are all in college uniform. Well, I know Eli rookie's like 2003 or 4 or something like that. Yeah, I didn't really watch the draft at all, to be honest. I just know, some of the key names like Burrow went to Cincinnati, Tua went to Miami. I think Herbert went to San Diego. One of them went to either like Easton or somebody I know went up to like New York or something or one of them places. But quarterbacks, you just never know. I mean, you never know when you get Tom Brady the very last pick in the draft and then go super crazy. The only thing is, like when I look at sending stuff in, I try not to just send one card, Jack, for the fact that when they hit you on the shipping and the insurance on the way back, I try to look to see where how many I could send in for that amount in shipping. That's just me when I grade. So, like, I would never send anything probably under 10 cards into PSA just for the amount I got to pay for shipping and insurance always back. Granted, unless it's like a super big hit. And then I'm also paying that crazy money for it. I think that at SOA, it's kind of like their raw card review where they just put that in that hard card saver and they put their foil thing over saying authenticate, if I remember right. Always worth to try to see, if it's real or not. I mean, a couple bucks you spend to certify it could make you a fortune down the road. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't want them slabbed, that Beckett SOA at $7 a card ain't bad. That's just telling you it's authenticated and it's just a hard card saver. No, especially if you just want to see if the Brady's real for $7, I'd do it. I mean, $7 is what you spend on a value meal somewhere, probably at a fast food place with tax and everything. So that's what I would do if I seen something like that, if to get it authenticated, especially if it looks close to it. I don't know how much Tom Brady's autographs changed over time. As most of them do, but I'd look at stuff around that period just to try to guess. Look where the curves are into it, and make sure there's no like real kind of squiggly breaks where somebody was trying to go slow with an auto. Tell you, I lucked out when I got my Dream Team basketball autograph, and we're talking. Oh, I bet you that was 18, 19 years ago, and what I traded for it today. Even if those cards were PSA 10'd out, basketball's a killer compared to it all, especially when it was PSA DNA certified back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, I've seen some fire coming out of them 2020 Series 2 hanger packs recently. I've seen a lot of SPs and SSPs coming out, so I'm kind of hoping pull Mr. Roberts out. There's a lot of guys that I know their autographs have changed so much over time. Even if you look at like guys like I'm trying to think of one that would probably be well, Hank Aaron's really bigly changed over time, but that's because he's getting really old. But even like newer players that started autographing. I mean, if you look at like Michael Jordan stuff from the early years to now, I heard there's so many SPs into it. That's why I figured if I do some, I'll just open a couple hangers at a time so I can research every single card. Because a lot of times I can't read the numbers on the back. Some stuff I can pick out real quick just because of the way they look. But like when I opened up six hobby boxes of update, that took me a while to go back through. I got nothing for auction right now. Most of the stuff's going into the store just to get into it. This weekend I'm kind of trying to take a little bit of a break because next week is going to be Luminance football and oh, excuse me, it shows I slept too much already overnight. Origins basketball. Yeah, I got nothing even close to being pulled out. I just figured this week how to link the store to the Facebook kind of like shop thing. So that was interesting. I just got to fine tune it now. And basketball, I'm going to tell you, it's getting crazy trying to get a hold of basketball products. I think I got only was able to get two contenders optic boxes. Um, Something else was just pushed out. I didn't get any Chronicles. I can't even think what it is. I know Origins only got 2 boxes on it. But I tell you, for anybody new getting licensing, it's going to be hard to get your allocations because it's still away from people who have been longtime customers and a lot of those algorithms. Especially if you use like GTS, you got to spend probably $500,000 a year in cards buying. And trust me, that's a lot of cards. Normally, my bulk come from whenever Prism will release. I'll get my pre-orders and then I'll start buying right then and there that day of release. That whole week because they'll start offering stuff before it skyrockets. That and Optic. Occasionally, I'll rebuy into some good old contenders. Man, I'm kind of excited to see about 50 cards coming back from PSA, plus or minus a couple. I don't remember what's in each order. I know they're all over 20 cards. No idea. I haven't been on it today. If he's updating it, it might be. I checked it. Oh, you don't have Facebook. I was gonna say you could check his Facebook page. It would say on it the My Slabs Facebook page. My Slabs is like a really good site. That's where a lot of my stuff will go. The PSA stuff when it comes back. I can't even get it to open here. Here we go. My. I've never gotten into My Slabs from this computer. Wow. I'll look at his Facebook. Really weird. Maybe he has two of them. It's got to because this one hasn't been updated in a while. He doesn't even have a link on here I can use. Let me try his About page. There's the website. Nah, I'm able to pull My Slabs right now. It's up. Man, people been listening to some fire on My Slabs. There's a Luca Contenders Optic on there. 4,500. Wow. Is that business days? CBC? Oh, when he sent that email, the way it read was they were 2 months behind before your 20 days starts. That's 3 months. I will have PSA orders back in prior that were sent out after I sent the My Slab stuff out. That's the sad part. Yeah, I think I got 6 of those in now, 4 in one order and 2 in the other, and that's what a heavy bulk of my stuff is this time: is Zions, Kobe Whites, a couple Morants, those Bo Bichettes from Gypsy Queen, some R.J. Barretts I remember on there, some Bowman Draft. I think Blade is one of them I can remember in there. Can't remember who all there was in there. I know there was a lot. There was some couple Lucas, some Don Russ Tatum's and Mitchell's, and I know I've sent in some Mason Rudolphs just to fill in with it because if Ben Roethlisberger something happens to him and they stick Rudolph back in, and he has a good game or two, this stuff could skyrocket. So I wanted to get a couple of his rookies that I kept graded autos graded, like the contenders and stuff. Those are the ones I'm mostly worried. I think they'll come back nines. Contenders was a hard year for grading that year for tens. I really don't even remember what all. I just know I have a big stack of stuff out there. Man, do I ever. The last one I just sent in, they got it on like Tuesday, so it'll be about another 2 weeks till they get it into the system. But that had some LeBron stuff in it. What's up, Jack? As in Jack plays digital. Jack plays Tops Digital. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm sending this in. I mean, PSA 10 is $150. A 9 will probably get me around 50 for it. So either way, I'll take the gamble. I didn't see anything wrong with it when I was looking it over earlier. Yeah, the only way to really more is to grade, and make your money. Otherwise, raw stuff just don't make any money unless it's a 101, a logo man, stuff like that. Player tags out of 5 or less. And that's all your thick stock stuff. I mean, if you had a Zion, just say an optic out of 10 raw, and it grades out to be a PSA 10 or a BGS 9.5, it's just so much more money. Oh yeah, they do. That's why I said I sent in. I think there's a total of 6 of them, 4 in one order and 2 in the other, and I think they're over $200 a pop. Last I looked on to them, that was probably about a month or two ago. If I get any nines come back, I'll just throw them up on my slabs under eBay price and get rid of them. I'll just knock it down 5% of what eBay's selling for. From what I've seen, most people have been getting about that actually look at the cards and prior to going in are hitting about 80% PSA 10s roughly, maybe high 70 percentages. The ones that I've been seeing get a lot of nines back and stuff. I mean, you can look at the cards just and pretty much tell on centering and stuff with them that they're going to come back nines. That's the only thing you can do is grade the good stuff. You got to. You got to take the chance of it grading out, making money. Of course, you're not going to make a lot of money on your nines when they come back, but you know, there's a lot of people that will buy your PSA nines up, add value, and crack them and send them to BGS, hoping for a 9.5 so they can get more money. A lot of people do that. I just don't have the time and dedication to crack nines out. I mean, it would have to be something, worth a good chunk of change for me to do that. That's why I always sit there and hunt the good stuff. I mean, I still got a ton of Tops Update stuff to send in from Vladdy's. I still got some Hyoras left to send in. A bunch of Senzel stuff that's numbered in gold just in case. But once they've rolled these orders back, I'll be able to start doing a little bit more with it. I have a lot of money tied up in grading right now where I'm just being extra precautious right now until stuff starts coming in. I really thought I'd have my first three orders back from SGC right now because they're all over 20 days. A couple of them are hitting in the low 30s now, but from where I'm at, they are because everybody's a Reds fan down here, and he played for the Louisville Bats. People will buy him up. It's all about the market that you're around. Like Lamar Jackson, on like if I would get a Lamar, he'll sell for more down here because he played for U of L. Any UK basketball dudes like Kevin Knox, I was selling the crap out of Kevin Knox. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones recently. A lot of people are Keno hunting. I got probably, I think it's something like 60 of the Series 1s, but I just haven't mailed them in to get integrated yet. My idea was to do bulk on them, but I don't want to wait a year, so I might just start messing around, adding a couple per order. Yeah, but see, I do travel whenever I used to do the shows. I mean, talking up to 2 hour drives. I'd go down Nashville or up to Cincinnati for their big shows. I think they're both like twice a year. And you just never know what you'll find. Like Mariota, I had a stack of Mariotas that were graded. If I'd have put on eBay, probably would have sat there forever. I took them down to Nashville and I swapped them out for contenders boxes. And that was back in 1819 when Luca was around, fresh out of a case. I had two Spectras of him. I had the Tops. What the heck was that called back then? Triple Threads. It was a dual rookie auto booklet, him and Winston out of 10. Had two contenders. Something else I had too. Trying to remember what they were from back then. But yeah, I took those down there and they were eating them up. And I traded them at eBay prices because I knew they were going to sell them for more. I mean, the guy gave me $500 trade-in value on that booklet. And back then, the boxes of contenders basketball from 1819, I mean, it was like within maybe a month of release, were not even $200 a box. But yeah, it's just about traveling and finding who's in that area because those guys, from out of Nashville, it's all they do is the shows around there and they can move that stuff. And back then, not a lot of people were, Luca hunting and Trey hunting yet when contenders really came out. It was months after. That's like the 1819 Prism retail boxes I got. I didn't realize they're selling for $1,000 a box. I held a couple that I kept. I mean, I was buying them at. I bet you it was under $80 a box months after release. And I just got tired of opening them, so a lot of times like my orders weren't at where the free shipping method was, and I'd have them throw a box or two in, and I have it's either 8 or 10 boxes. I'd have to look at the Tupperware of it, but they're selling for 900, almost $1,000 a box right now. I think they're $9.99 on Blowout. People will. They'll do it for Luca and Trey. And there's a lot of other rookies in there that'll make a little bit of money, but for $1,000, no way. But people will take that gamble nowadays because they're selling their cards for a lot of money to rebuy back into. I think if you go back 2 years of videos, you'll hear me talking about getting stuff graded by PSA. If you buy 6 loose boxes, don't open them all. Hold them. And that was talking about Prism, Contenders, and Bowman stuff because breakers were starting to become plentiful and just breaking and opening everything up, and the market was going to dry out very quickly from it. I probably won't even open up all these hangers, to be honest. Because look at it this way: if say Mr. Louis Robert becomes a superstar 10 years down the road, and he starts having Trout followers like that, a Trout one of those boxes is insane, insane in price. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day about they were asking about how people I collect, and I said I don't really collect hard anymore because I have such a large amount of like Nolan Ryan, Jordans, Clemente stuff, even Sidney Crosby stuff. And if I buy into something, it's something I don't have or it's very rare, and it takes a lot because my Nolan Ryan collection is huge, huge. And if you don't even count the Pacific cards into it, I have 9 binders full of cards from '95 back. The boxes that are meant for slab cards, I have 8 of them full with either graded cards or just top loaded and team bag stuff. Jordan, I have 2 binders full, and I'm talking about the big, thick, the set binders from back in the day, about that thick. And then I have 2 or 3 boxes of Jordan stuff. That's why a lot of times I just let Jordan stuff go because I just got enough of it up there and I don't need to really worry about it. So if you can find the centering ones, and I opened mine up, I have a couple that are well off, but they might come back nines. But the centering will kill a lot of them. Automatic sixes, sevens. And nowadays, if you're a new collector, I mean, you just buy and open. Back when I was really starting out, and I think the biggest thing that helped me out was my deployments because I always had this brilliant idea that I would have like this drunk fest one night, starting at like on a Friday night at like 5 or 6 when I got home from work, and I would just open up all this wax. And I probably would have spent, this is no joke, and this is back in the day, so when I give this number out, that it's a lot of wax. And I'm talking $5,000 easy. I would spend in wax when I was deployed, and I would go to my buddy's house or my cousin's house. I think I had stuff sent to, but that way it would get there, and they would have it stored properly. Stuff wouldn't brick and everything, and the stuff I have from oh I would have bought from '05, '06, 2009, 2010, and 2013 is when I bought all that stuff. But I was buying boxes of LeBron's rookie year stuff when I was deployed because this stuff was still cheap back then. Yeah, no, you can't. And that's why I said when I spend $5,000 back then, that's a lot of wax. because most of your boxes were like 40, $50. I think Fleer Mystique, when I was buying it, was around like $60, $70 a box. And then I would, when I was deployed, I would pre-order the cases off of like Dave and Adams, and so you're getting at a lower value. You usually save yourself a couple $100 as the stuff would rise. And I kicked myself because I should have bought more basketball, but I was buying mostly baseball and football and some hockey back then. And I would pick up basketball from time to time, and like a lot of it was upper deck stuff because I was chasing Jordan autos. My biggest purchase was when I bought 2000, I think it's 12, 13 in there. I bought a case um, of exquisite basketball, which I still have. And that was costly. I ended up doing well in the stock market. I bought in after it crashed in '09, and I had a company commander who was showing me the ins and outs of the stock market while we were there. So I bought a ton of stock. Long story short, I sold a good chunk after we redeployed. And I want to say it was late. We were already back, either late 2010 or early 2011. Well, I forgot that I still kept stock, and in let me think when it was 2016, because I would have just retired. I went to log on because I was thinking about buying some stock or something, or trying to transfer my TSP through the government over into an IRA, and I knew they already had an account. And I forgot I had stock. I kept Delta Airlines, and there was another company I kept, Citibank. And the price it was then, I sold, and that's where I started buying some, getting back really heavier into the cards. That's when I was chasing a lot of Fleer retro basketball and Letterman basketball. I mean, literally, I bought Delta Airline stocks at like $3 a share during the crash. It was insane. And I think Citibank was probably like one of the most expensive ones that I bought back then. It was probably like maybe $15, $20 a share, something like that. And I forgot that I still had it because I thought I cashed it all out. That was just luck, pure luck, that I just forgot all about it. I was nervous during it. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and that, and I bet you I started buying towards the end of '09 or beginning of 2010. And that's whenever he was showing me some ins and outs on the stock market and how he was investing and all that stuff after the crash. And I was like, oh, I could invest a couple thousand here or there. And I just started investing more and more and more. And I think I probably had about 15, maybe 20,000 max into stocks. Had a good chunk. Yeah, I haven't touched anything in stocks. To me, I'll stick with sports cards now. I bought a bunch of gold and silver during my when was it, 05, '06 deployment, and then 2009 and 10. And it just were troy ounce pieces. And I just kept that stuff over time. I mean, troy ounce of silver, I think we were paying like $10 a troy ounce, maybe $9. And gold was dirt cheap back then. Yeah, that's one thing there, Justin. Stocks are crazy. You have to be watching that stuff like hawks. A buddy of mine gave me a tip, and this was like in 2002, I want to say it was. It was a company called Ramcor. It was like this penny stock. So it was like 5 cents a stock. So I ended up dumping, I think it was like $800 into this stock. It would go down to like 4.5 cents. It would go up to like 6 cents. So we went out and did like a 30-day fill problem, came back, and I forgot all about it. Now we were sitting at work and we were getting stuff ready for inspections, and my phone is going crazy. This stuff went up to $4.56 a share, and I had to leave to go onto one of the guy's computers in his room so I could cash out. I was married at times, so we were able to get a second car paid for, and then refurnish the whole place we were living in, brand new stuff. But yeah, it was. I think it hit a high that day. Overall, it was like a high of like $5 and something. But I sat on. I was like, man, I'm just gonna sell this. And I was like, well, there's not much really invested in it, you know, and I just figured maybe it would double my money eventually. Not like that. That was probably the craziest thing I ever bought into, minus like the Delta Airlines thing when I sold it. Oh man, we used to sit up there in the evenings because Afghanistan, like at like 8 or 9, maybe 10 p.m. at night is when the stock market would open back here in the mornings. And I still remember because me and the commander would sit in there. We were just watching this stuff all day till like 2 in the morning, and then we'd get up back up. I think the market closed at like 7 or 8 in the morning and see how much we made. And it was just a daily thing. But it was painful doing my taxes with all the buying and trading I was doing. So after that year, I stopped and just that was one reason why I sold it out in 2011. I had to. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you got to be careful with the stock market. When I remember when I first started playing with it, I was buying stuff like Playtex, Kellogg's, Coca Cola, and stuff like that. Actually, they are taxable, Jack. Anything you sell and make money on is taxable. It's just that, like PayPal, you have to do, I forget how many transactions are over 20,000. So I write off a lot with all my stuff, with mileage and all that. If you would see that my taxes at the end of the year, it's insane. I mean, I probably between buying and selling, I'm over half a million bought and sold back and forth through the year. And if you add them together, it's close to $1 million every year between buying and sell what I sell. But profit wise, usually she'll have my stuff. She wants a pre thing in November on me, and every year she's like, "Hey, you need to go buy product right now. You got to buy it because otherwise you're gonna owe." And I'll usually at the end of the year I'll have to spend about 10 or 15 thousand just to level out my taxes. Yeah, it's hard when you have licensing though. It's really hard. I mean, since 2015, I've been strictly legal on it with EIN, having licenses, and all that stuff. I mean, I'm more suspectable because of my transactions through PayPal and then having a website. That's why. That's a lot of money in trout. That many one on ones. Wow. See, the thing with Trout, though, a lot of that was manipulated years ago by Vegas Dave or Dave Vegas, whatever they were calling Vegas Dave. Yeah, my Jordans upstairs total a big chunk right now if I'd sell them after everything that went on. I mean, there were a couple autos I remember buying back in the day for just under $1,000, and I graded them, and now if I would sell them, they're $15,000 $20,000 cards. Yes, true, very true. If you start buying tons and tons of cases looking for just one card, that's why a lot of times now when I buy this stuff, I will sit there and grade a lot of this stuff. The profit that I'll make off of it normally would be like towards, maybe I'll buy a Jordan auto that's sitting out there graded and stuff. But I bet you I don't probably buy more than this year collection wise. I've probably only spent about 4 grand. That's it. But it's normally just pieces that I just don't have anymore. Yeah, that's the thing right there. You buy all those cases and then you come in that problem like, oh, all right, how much of this do I grade and how much do I just sell raw? And that's where my biggest thing is offhand. And I think Mr. Robert there is going to probably be pretty good. I'm thinking. I don't know for sure, but oh man, it's such a painful cycle. I had this all mapped out this year to where I was staging all my grading stuff to PSA, so it would come back like every 2 to 3 weeks. I'd have 25 to 30 cards come back. With the whole COVID thing, and threw it out. Like I got 2 orders popping right now that they logged in June, but my bulk stuff has not even been logged in yet. And they explained it to me on the phone. I mean, he gave me a manager. I think he thought I was upset or something on the phone. It might have just been because I was just beat from work the way I was talking. And me and the manager, dude, we just sat there and talked for a while, and he was explaining all this stuff. And I'm like, hey, I'm not really upset. I said, you're beating SGC right now by doing this. I wasn't even expecting this probably to come back till September, to be honest. And they explained how they when they hired all these new graders and stuff, what they were doing and stuff, and it made sense. I have him behind me too. I picked up a couple of his stuff. I got his Gold Bowman's Best PSA 10 auto, and then I got the regular rookie. I think he came out in draft, if I remember right. You see, that's the thing there too with Justin saying I'm not buying them, but I will if I get them. I'll grade them. I did buy one of his of I don't know how you say his name, Patchy, Pache, whatever it is. You see, I don't watch much breaks anymore, but I ended up having some free money, and I picked it up for like $200. I figured, what the heck, it's free money. But other than that, because I couldn't find a Jordan or Nolan Ryan card that was really stand out that time frame. What was? See, I'm trying to remember what the other card was. Oh, Paul Goldschmidt was another one I've been starting to pick up slowly. His tops traded stuff because I think he's undervalued big time. I think most of it deals with because he was playing in Arizona. I mean, he didn't do too well last year with the Cards. I'm hoping that whatever's left this season, he kind of starts producing some. Justin, I said the same thing this whole year. I held a lot of Lucas, and me and one of my distributors were joking. He was joking around because I don't know why you're keeping all those Lucas. You need to sell those now. And I mean, when I have very little invested in them from winning them in a Raz or pulling them out of boxes and stuff, I wasn't really worried about it. When Lucas spiked in February, I sold all but two PSA 10 silvers, two quad 9.5 silvers, a quad 9.5 contenders, a quad 9.5 contenders premium, and the Prism Tiger Stripe. I think that's all I have left upstairs, minus what's out to get graded now. And I made such a killing off of that, it didn't matter about those cards. If, 10 years down the road, he becomes like the next LeBron famous wise, where those things skyrocket, I'm good. Oh, why I did that? Oh, okay. There's nothing bad in that. Crazy YouTubers. There, that way you can just prove your own stuff. Zion, I sold almost all my Zions, made a profit. The ones that I have out now, I may keep a base PSA 10 of him, Prism, and I may keep a base Optic 10. That's about it. Yeah, I and the only reason I'm holding them is because I remember when Giannis back, what was it, 12, 13, 13, 14, one of those years where he was rookies, I can't remember, but I remember pulling his Lettermans out, and I actually found two of his Lettermans that I still had autoed. I mailed off to Beckett. I did that a slow roll grading, which I probably won't see another month or two back, but you could even get 20, $30 for them back then. See you, CBC. Now I'm trying to remember. I mean, I'm holding my Acuna stuff still because I don't have much in that, especially as Topps Chrome Refractor rookie. I think I have $30 in that card. It's selling for like 900. I'm just looking at some of the stuff behind me in the shelves stands. Like I picked that Carlton Fisk PSA 8 rookie up just because it's vintage. Oh man, look at Sean Kemp stuff now. Man, everybody's trying to find the next card that's gonna go crazy, the next player, and that's the hard thing. That's the hard thing, trying to figure out who everybody's gonna go after and skyrocket next. If I had to guess basketball wise, I would guess either James Harden, maybe Anthony Davis would probably be the most solid ones that you could probably start picking different things up with on them that'll down low. I mean, I don't think you could pick up a rookie autograph or rookie dirt cheap at any of them, but you could probably still find some stuff out there that if people start just pounding away on it, you can make some money. Oh, that's nice. Steve Garvey, huh? Yeah, those Leaf boxes back in the day were really good. Now they're like really, he might not hit well on them. I stopped on them. The only thing I'll get into is a super break whenever they do the Jordan. Usually it's just something themed with Jordan onto it. I'll buy like half a case just for the hopes of something crazy, but I've yet to hit anything crazy in them. Leaf football a few years ago, I had a killer case. I had the NT. It was Mahomes, Watson, Trubisky, and I forget the running back, which was really odd on. No, it was no, it was Kaiser. Maybe it was on it. No, it was Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, and it was all the was a 101 NFL tags. And as soon as my home started getting hot, I popped that thing up there and made a killing, which pretty much paid for that case back in the day. With Leaf, I would not be surprised they're in there because I see what Brian Gray buys, and to be honest, when I used to run a lot of my auctions, he would buy a lot of stuff off my auctions, and I knew it was going to that product. But the one thing of Brian Gray, if he's buying it and you see it come out as Leaf, whatever it says on there, Leaf trading cards on eBay, and you look, it has his name on there and everything. That dude is always out there buying stuff. He bought all three of my Guerrero Bowman Best Green rookie autos from back in the day when they skyrocketed up to about, I think they were about 450 each. They were all quad 9.5 10s. And I think I was in those breaks for those things for like 60, $70 for that team. And it was weird because it was out of 5 cases, I hit 3 of the green out of 99s for Guerrero Jr., and I hit 2 base, and I believe 1 refractor might have came out of those breaks too. Huh. Curry Puckett PSA 10 rookie is pretty good. I should have bought his stuff up years ago when it was a lot lower. I kicked myself on some of that stuff. Yeah, I used to get into the breaks when they were doing Leaf stuff all the time. That's where I remember I have one of my I have two LeBron no three LeBron Gray rookies upstairs. One's the Bowman Chrome 9.5, and what's odd is a quad 9.5. There is a Topps Pristine um, PSA 10 up there. And I don't know if it's a refractor or not. I just know it's numbered on the back. What the heck is the other one sitting up there? Oh, it's the regular Topps PSA 10. Yeah. Yeah, that's his. What's that? The greatest. That's Leafs' greatest of all sports. That one there, if I remember right. Everybody was hoping Top Series 2 was going to have more power behind it, and really with the one rookie chase out of it, that's about it. I mean, you never know what a rookie's going to do, but hmm. You know what? From what I've seen with Clearly Authentic, it's either hit or miss on them cases. I'm starting to wonder what update's going to look like, to be honest. I'm really starting to wonder. That's why With those there that I got there, all that series two is dirt cheap, and I'm not worried if I get some Mr. Roberts out of it. I'll send them to get graded, and they'll sit. But it's not much money invested into that stuff right there at all. With the two hobbies and what was that, like 16 hangers? I mean, that's pretty much probably mm, maybe $300. I'm thinking it's gonna be Franco and Julio Rodriguez. Will probably be the two that'll be in it. That's just my guess offhand. Because I know Franco made the team, and I think Julio made the team too, if I remember right. Because there was somebody else that was up in Seattle too. Not Kyle Lewis. I cannot picture. I know he was traded to him too. I think by the Mets. Yeah, I'm gonna see what they give me on pre-order. I doubt every year I never get any pre-order. I always buy day of, and it's still cheaper than pre-ordering through Dave and Adams the day of for me. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm really looking forward to this year. I know Immaculate's gonna basketball's gonna sell still. That's why I didn't even open my NT. I just sold them. I mean, after even shipping that out and paying the fee on eBay, I probably still made about 3,000 a box. Oh yeah, I didn't want to open it. I didn't want to take a chance. I mean, yeah, there could have been $100,000 freaking RPA as I on a true RPA in it, but the odds of that being in them boxes was very slim. I'll let somebody else for that kind of money do it. I mean, I didn't want to sell it on eBay, but I did, so I paid them 250. I think it cost me 100 to ship, so that's 350. We'll say the box was 600, so just under 1,000. So yeah, I probably made like 3,200 on it roughly. But for them prices, it's not even worth opening. I mean, what am I going to do? I'd have to run freaking 100 spot, 100 number break onto it or something. Kellenick, that's who it was. Kellenick, yep. Yep, that's why I didn't open it. None at all. I mean, if they would have been like selling at $1,000 a box, I probably would have opened mine. But at the 4,200 a box, gone, sold. Not even looking a second way onto it, to be honest. And Immaculate's going to be the same way. They might hold some of those out for Top Series 1. I almost guarantee they'll hold some of them out. They won't put a stat class in there. They'll hold some out. I've seen that with the back to back patches of the same player. And then you don't even get an RPA per box. I mean, look at how crazy it was. People were buying the first off the lines. I watched it that day. People started buying them at the opening of 30,000. I mean, what was it, like 25% of it sold at 20,000 plus a box? Maybe it was 30%. I forget where it was at. I mean, granted, it was guaranteed an RPA per, but whew, I couldn't do it. I watched guys open them then first off the line, and I was like, man, I feel bad for you. You just blew. Even if you got at the median at like 15,000 a box, that's just way too much. What's up, chat? No, to my knowledge, it has not. Well, the 101 logo auto I know has it. I don't know if just the regular logo's been pulled or not, but I know the Logo Man auto has not been pulled officially on like a break or something. Um, if somebody did get it, they might secretly do the blowout buyout onto it just to keep it under wraps. I mean, what was blowout offered? It was something crazy. I mean, it was like $700,000-800,000 bounty on that card. I mean, if I pulled it, I'd tell them discreetly, you can come up here and pay me cash for it, but I don't want anybody knowing I pulled it. Nothing to do with it. I mean, you probably, if you pulled it live in a break on YouTube, I bet you would pull in some crazy views on it. Yeah, I think Blowout did something stupid. It was like 70 or 80, 800 or 700 or 800,000. Yeah, those are insane because they bought it outright, saying you'd have to pay all this money for eBay and PayPal fees. But the thing is, eBay caps out at 250 max, $250 max. So I don't know, man, but that's still a lot of money. 75K for a card of somebody that's not proven. 100% onto that. I would buy somebody that no longer probably plays baseball and has a chance to do something stupid to ruin his value. And sadly enough, I'd probably look at a deceased player. Something that could not tarnish his record. I mean, Jordan went through a whole lot of crap with the gambling thing and stuff like that back in the day, but he pretty much keeps his head clear. He's a safe bet. Larry Bird's a safe bet. But I mean, I would not invest $75,000 in a Zion Williamson. I'm sorry, that's just insane. I don't like LeBron James. I would rather put that money into something of his. Even. I mean, honestly though, if I would have opened up it and I would have pulled the Zion either logo or logo auto, I would have kept quiet the whole time. I wouldn't have told nobody about it. I mean, it sucks because it is altering the market somewhat. People paying and get trying to get it and stuff, but I would probably have been still sitting on to it today, debating on what to do. No, my thing with it though, Justin, was like if I would have was got $75,000, I would rather even put in LeBron stuff over Zion. That's basically it. I would not. I'm not a LeBron collector at all. Um, I just have a couple of his rookies upstairs that graded out that I've kept for a while now. Well, one I traded for back when it was like a $500-600 card, I think, something like that. I knew the market was going to go nuts here about a month ago when I started seeing I couldn't buy an 86 tops traded PSA 10 common card for under $40. And now, depending on the pop level, you're talking $100 plus. It doesn't even pay for me to build PSA sets anymore. That's honestly why I broke my PSA 10 setup and put it on eBay now. I mean, I kept the three top cards, the Conseco, Bo, and Barry, just because if they go any more stupid crazy up, I'll probably sell those too. Because that's all three of those cards are like $600 combined if I would sell them right now. I did. I put them all on eBay. Every last one of them's on eBay right now. Like I said, I only kept three: the Conseco, Bonds, and Bo out of it. I was surprised Bo was selling over $200 a pop. I mean, there's one somebody sold one for 100 recently, which makes no sense. That's why it got bought so quick. They probably hit the wrong dang button onto the thing and had to buy it now for 100 or something instead of on their auction. Didn't realize they did it or something, but yeah. I mean, I wish I would have bought more 89 Upper Deck PSA 10 Griffies. Is my only thing that I'm really probably mad about of myself the most because now they're just stupid priced. I had like seven or eight of them. I only have two left. And when they started hitting like seven, $800 a pop, I had somebody who wanted to buy them, and I sold them. Granted, I think I was buying those around 250 ish a piece years ago. Now I got some bows behind me that I picked up, like the yellow classics, which people have forgotten about. One day somebody's gonna just start splurging on classic, and I'm gonna make a small little fortune on that stuff. That there and Ben Simmons, I picked a ton of his stuff up on the down low cheap. All I need is Gary Vee to start talking about freaking Ben Simmons and his stuff skyrockets, and they'll be gone. I still got two of them that are PSA 10 upstairs. The 89 Griffey Upper Decks. I kept two. My whole thing is when I started hoarding certain players and stuff, I always keep a couple after I make, over profit on everything that I spent into it, just to hold on to that one day where I'm just like gonna say I'm completely done, shut down, and sell it all. PSA is right now. You can't use customer service, but they're actually engrading. Last night, Justin, well, yesterday, two of my orders popped being assembled that were done June 3rd and 5th, logged in. And these are 30 days. And then it would have been like 9 p.m. their time in California. They went into quality check one. Good luck on Jack. Those things were so hard. I gave up grading them. That's why I started buying them. That dang upper deck circle on the back, man, I still can't figure it out onto it. I seen them oversized ones from Transcend. Those are pretty cool. I was just gonna say Phil Pools has one of them. I know that. I was just about to say that one. I don't know if he said. I know he has an eBay store, and that's about it. Oh man, that thing is so hard. I've pulled out. That's why I bought a higher powered magnifying because the jeweler tool was just not working on them as well as it did with a lot of the other stuff I do. But man, if that thing is not perfectly left and right with the words and freaking not a nick out of that circle, it has to be perfect. Because I looked at the ones they graded that I got PSA 10 back, and I looked at the ones that I kept getting eights and nines on raw that I was pulling out of wax boxes, and I seen the big difference into it. But that's hard. That's weird. Beckett wasn't going to grade that. Man, because Beckett was like the one of the first people that were doing them big ass booklets and stuff back in the day. And I remember Beckett did that one. Remember that quad auto. And I think Platinum Card Breaks pulled it. The case is huge on that thing. I mean, it's tall and everything. And Beckett did it. I'm surprised they wouldn't grade that. Yeah, that's wow. I know PSA because it's an oversized card. You got to pay a premium on it, but hey, I still have stacks of my old Beckett's. Beckett's and Tough Stuffs and a few sports card traders from back in the day. Tough Stuff used to have those little tear out cards in it. Yeah, I wouldn't either on it. That Transcendent cases are extremely crazy. Did you see the new Transcendent they're coming out with? It's like all like retired vintage player or something. It's called. That's what this was one of those treasure chest booklet type deals. It had all the autos in it. There was another one. It had like 20 autos in. It was like quarterbacks or something like that, and it had like all the great quarterbacks onto it. It was all autographed, and I can't remember if that one was the sticker one or if that was the actual all hard sign. But it's a big slab. Yeah, I'd seen that thing about the captain one too, because I always get hit up on those things about pre-orders onto it, and I mean, even though what they sell 26, they're probably selling them to me around 21 to 23. I just can't pull the trigger on it. I mean, granted, there's always that invitational booklet or little invitation thing that sells for some money to get back out of it, but I don't even know with the COVID thing how they're going to do those. Yeah, that VIP invitation thing. Yeah. Because I mean, honestly, I don't even see the National going on in December, a week before Christmas, especially like a Sunday through Wednesday or whatever it is. All the companies aren't going to it. Tops isn't going to it. Panini's not going to it. So, it's going to turn out being, and half the guys that are older are not going to come do autos and risk themselves, getting, I guess, COVID. So I don't know what they're going to do. because they took all these people's monies for tables and spaces, and they used it. So what do they do? Say, okay, well next year it's on us. If there is one next year. Oh wow, nice. Congrats on that one. I still would like to wonder what was in my other hobby boxes I sold, to be honest. 7.5 Surface. You sure it wasn't any printer lines or anything on it? That's really strange. See you later, Jack. Huh. Yeah, unless there's some kind of flaw. Because even a dimple's not going to give you a 7.5. They usually hit that about an 8, 8.5, sometimes 9, depending on how deep that divot is and where it's located. That's really surprising. Yeah, that's why I bought this crazy thing, man. My eyes are so bad that, well, it's a little dusty on top. But I use this now, and it's been a lot better with picking up stuff, especially with the light refracting off of it, that I've been able to pick up some other stuff that I normally haven't seen. Ah, that, yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's on Prism and stuff like that. I usually wait. Like all my when I had the Zion Silvers and the Hyper and stuff, I held off for about 3 or 4 weeks till I started seeing people's stuff popping back because I was looking at that rookie card logo and stuff. And that's whenever I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? Yep, I'll be good. Yeah, I try on Prism or Optic. I usually will wait about a month before I send it in, just to see how hard they're grading stuff, and then till they get some kind of routine down with what they're looking at. Even Bowman, I'm the same way on. A lot of people hurry up and send in their Bowman cards. I usually will wait 3 to 4 weeks. Like that Bobby Wood auto I pulled from Bowman Chrome. It's a PSA now, but by the time they grade it, they should have whatever their standard is down. I can't tell you how much money I wasted over time grading and started figuring in little things out left and right on this stuff. Yeah, everybody says the grader has a bad day, but the thing is, once it goes through the grader, it's got to go through a, I forget what they call it, a senior grader, I think is the correct terminology they use, and they're supposed to review all that stuff. So, I mean, I've had stuff from PSA where I've noticed where it would go into quality check one. This isn't Beckett though. Beckett has done it before too, to where it goes in for quality review, and then I'll see it go back to grading. It's because they caught something, and more than likely, it's now became a higher grade. And the only reason I know it because those cards there have come back either PSA 10 or BGS 10s. No black labels, but a BGS 10. So I'm guessing it was like a one of the subgrades, they looked at and they're like, you know what, this is actually a 10, so give them a BGS 10 type deal. I mean, back in the day, I submitted cards where they came back 3 10s, and like, say the 9 5 was like centering or edges, and I mean, I would look this thing over left and right. I'd pay the money to have it reviewed again, and I'd probably say 50% of the time it came back and would give me the black label. Somebody told me about doing it, and I did it, and it worked. Like I said, half of the time, I'd probably say maybe a little under half. But it's just resubmitting it for, I forget what it was, like $20 or something, or $30 to have it reviewed again for a .5 upgrade. And I'm like, I don't know if I should do this, and I did it. And that was back when Judge was becoming popular, and I had an X Fractor rookie of him from Topps Chrome. Oh, I'm trying to remember what all they were. No, Tawny Gold Auto, I think, was out of Topps Chrome, and it was a variation too. And most of the ones that did come back bumped were hockey from Upper Deck, McDavid's rookie year. Yep. Because when you submit it to be regraded, it goes straight to a senior grader, from my understanding. It doesn't go to the regular graders. It has to go to a senior grader for the review. Oh, well, I think I'm going to log off here. I got to come back on and do that absolute baseball box here in a little over an hour. I'm going to try to get some of this stuff at least pictured up and get some dinner before I open up another box here a little bit later. But I do appreciate everybody that stopped by. You're always welcome to come back, chit chat way. Eventually, some of the higher end product come out. I'll start opening up again. But I will see y'all later. Have a good one. Take care.